Hi, and welcome back to this section of our ISS website tour. Today, I'm going to be focusing on everything you need to know about the employment section of our website. When you click on employment, you're going to come to this page and you'll see 6 different sections. You'll see on-campus employment, off-campus employment, social security and taxes, H-1B visa information, and then this section is mostly for companies looking to hire students. And you'll see a section here about the UofSC Career Center. Today, I'm going to mostly be focusing on everything in the on-campus employment section and the off-campus employment section. You have several options while you're here if you do decide that you want to pursue work while you're completing your academic program. So first, I'm going to start with on-campus employment. Looking at the What Immigration Regulations Allow section, international students are able to work a maximum of 20 hours per week on campus during the school year. This includes places like the dining hall or student housing. During the summer and winter breaks, you can work up to 40 hours per week. Failing to adhere to regulations can result in the termination of your status. Therefore, you're responsible for keeping track of your hours. You also should never work after the end date of your I-20 or DS 2019, and your passport always has to remain valid. You will also need to have an employment verification letter from your department to be signed by an ISS advisor before you can apply for a social security number. Under obtaining a social security number, we also list some of the documents you'll need to provide your department for I-9 verification, such as your passport and I-94. Further down on this page, underneath graduate assistantships, we provide hyperlinks which will take you to more information on graduate assistantships, which include instructional, teaching, research, and staff assistantships. Now, let's check out off-campus employment. The off-campus employment section has a wealth of information for how to apply for practical training. Curricular practical training, also known as CPT, is off-campus work that is an integral part of your academic program, such as a required internship. This section lists the steps to take to receive CPT authorization. You will also need to complete a CPT workshop. On the side, you can click this link to watch the online CPT workshop. The CPT application can be found on our website in the Forms library. Please note, CPT should be approved before work begins and sometimes even before the start of the semester. You can talk to an advisor about your specific situation. You also need to know which type of CPT you want to apply for. There are 3 types of CPT: Course Requirement CPT, Dissertation Research CPT, and Career Center CPT. At the bottom of the page, we provide information of the differences between the 3. Here's an example. In the drop-down menu on the left, click on Optional Practical Training. Optional Practical Training, also known as OPT, is usually used after graduation. If you are approved for OPT, you will have 12 months of authorized work in your field of study after your program ends. First, you will need to complete an OPT workshop either online or in person. On the right, we have a link to watch the online OPT workshop. We list all of the application materials you will need to apply for OPT. The list is quite lengthy, so make sure you plan ahead to get all of the needed documents. Once you turn in your OPT application to the ISS office, it may take up to 90 days for it to process. It is better to apply for OPT sooner than later so that you don't risk running out of your 90-day grace period. For STEM OPT, you have a 150-day grace period. You will also need to familiarize yourself with the employment requirements for OPT listed here. We also provide information on pre-graduation OPT and STEM Extension OPT. In the drop-down menu, there is one section that I want to make you aware of, which is the economic hardship page right here. If unforeseen circumstances have caused you to struggle paying your bills, you may be eligible to work off campus. Visit this page for more information on economic hardship. If you are a J1 student looking for off-campus employment, click on J1 Academic Training. We list eligibility requirements for academic training on this page and a step-by-step process for applying for academic training. For undergraduate and predoctoral training, you can engage in up to 18 months or the period of the full course of study, whichever is less. Postdoctoral students have up to 36 months of academic training. If you have a J2 dependent who wishes to work, you will need to make an appointment with an ISS advisor to put together an application. Be sure to read the list of materials to bring with you before your appointment. This was a quick overview of a large amount of employment information on our website. Please utilize our website and do your research before you make an appointment with an ISS advisor. In our next section, I will discuss an important feature of our website, the Forms Library.